Greetings and welcome to Wrap Up. This is the part of the Generation Virtual Church where we sit down with a group of great young people and we discuss the word for this week. And I'm telling you, the word for this week is very kind of controversial, but as you can see, we have another group of young, great, awesome young adults for you. So again, my name is JT. I'm the college pastor of Great Community College and Career Ministry. And these are some of our teammates, members, colleagues, business owners, prophetess, prophets, just depends on whatever day, how they wake up. You know how y'all do, because Brenna, she'll wake up just speaking in not a tongue, but just speaking, not just, all right. But just real quick, a little round table, just introduce yourself so people can see and know who you are.
I'm Imani.
Hi, Imani.
Hey. I'm Brenna.
Brenna.
And I'm Rashad.
Whoa, did he get deep voice on us? Ah, say it. I'm Rashad. Okay, all right. All right, so let's dip right into this thing. Pastor Matthew Brown decides he wants to preach a message entitled, His Name is Jesus, not Yezzus.
Not Yezzus.
So let me say this. I think we may have he had to explain who Yezzus was. Mm-hmm. Does that say that we're already behind? Because I think everyone should have known who Kanye West was. You know what I'm saying? So what did y'all feel about that message? What did you feel about it?
Oh, goodness. I mean, I don't know. Brenna and I were having a conversation about Kanye West naming himself Yezzus, and it's so blasphemous. Oh, my goodness. Like, it really is. It's just like Jay-Z calling himself Hove, like Hova. Like, it's just ridiculous.
I just found it out like 5 years ago. I used to be singing that song, H to the O-V. I was like, when I got saved, whoa, I was damning myself. Yes. Okay, so Kanye West calling himself Yezzus. And I think this book, because the thing is, that blew my mind. He didn't write the book, but it was three young guys that took a song. I think they said that he wrote about saying that he's God, and taking that information and presenting a book and just for some of you that may not, well, you watched the video for this week, so you should know. But just in case you didn't, this is they rewrote the book of Genesis, and everywhere where it said God, they put Yezzus or Kanye West. And I mean, I don't know, because growing up, I was scared to do anything. And when they start talking about blasphemy, I started repenting. Then I was like, Lord, I don't know if I did anything, but I hope I'm not going to hell, Lord. So but did you ever look at it? What do you think about this? Like, what?
You know what? I think it's an example of secularism trying to enter into the church. I think that this is just one example of how we have to really watch who we're worshiping. Are we worshiping these celebrities, or are we really worshiping the one and true living God?
True. Do you think he needs to respond to this?
You know what? Yeah, I do. I think so. I think that we as Christians, though, have to really be the ones that are cognizant of what we are listening to and watching, and really who we're fans of. I think it's really our responsibility. Oh,
who we're fans of. So, do you listen to Kanye West?
I do not.
Do you listen to Kanye West?
Not anymore, but I used to.
Me too. That first CD, he did the Through the Fire. I preached that. What about you? What is your take, Elder? I had to call him an elder, because
Elder Rashad.
Right, Elder Rashad. He'll sing for y'all in a minute too, if y'all want to. He'll sing Yezzus song. I'm playing. What's your take?
Well, I think it's just a sign of the times that we're in. That we have to be careful not to allow ourselves to be seduced by the spirit and culture of the world. The Bible talks about in Timothy that in the last days people will be seduced by spirits and be deceived. And I think when people have the audacity or the boldness to, even for the sake of entertainment, to place their name in place of God, they are directly disobeying God and disrespecting God. And we as Christians should not support it. Entertainment is just not entertainment, especially when it comes to the music and the things that we watch, because there's spirits attached to that.
Yeah.
And the devil is happy for us to be entertained by that, because it slowly seduces us to where he can pull us away from where God really wants us.
Yeah, and the thing is, you said, it's like a repetition. It's like it may be a little bit now, but if you keep nudging it on, you'll be just begin to speak that language, be about that language, and just start doing what that is. And just seeing Kanye, I really want him to respond and say, even though they did it, this has nothing to do with me. Because to me, if he does that, it's showing I respect the word of God. But just by letting it happen, just like the Church of Bay, I have yet to hear Beyonce say anything about that. I want them to say that has nothing to do with me. If that's what they want to do, I mean, that's them. But as for me, that has nothing to do with it. But she hasn't said anything. And I mean, she's just on the Stella Awards too. And they was like, oh, she was trying to shout. I don't think she was trying to shout. I think she was trying to get the crowd up because first of all, the church folks was stunned that Beyonce was there. And I was like, we can't be, move like that. They just took everything out of way. So what do you all say for this generation? What's your key advertisement or key saying, mission that you think this generation needs to know when they see information like that happening? What do you tell them, or what would you tell them?
I mean, when I was growing up, my grandmother used to tell us everything in moderation. And she didn't say that, smoke in moderation or drink in moderation. But, she was basically telling us, it's okay to be kids. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to completely knock what you guys do. Mm-hmm. But you do have to be careful,
right.
What you receive in your ear gates, because you start taking that in,
Yeah.
And, like you were saying, I feel like Kanye might as well have put the Bible, the Yezzus Bible out. Because he kind of, with the song, he kind of already portrayed that message,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would be interesting to see if he responds and what he says. Mm-hmm. But, people take these ideas and they run with it.
They run with it.
Right.
What would you say, Joe?
I would say know what's influencing you. Whether, like I said before, whether it's the celebrities or the music that you're listening to, just be really careful of what you are allowing into your eye gate, ear gate. Because that affects us. I mean, it's extremely influential. So making sure that God is really our priority and our major influence in our lives. That's my key takeaway from this message.
Uh-huh.
And for me, it would be to just watch the things that entertain you, the things that you have an appetite for, because those are the very things that you can fall susceptible to or be successful because of. And so you just have to be cautious, as the others have stated, that you have ears, you have a mind, but you don't want your mind to be filtered with the wrong things, because it's going to impact, your eternity, but it'll impact your destiny here on earth as well.
Yeah. So people, listen, the thing is, you're not going to hell for listening to Kanye West. You're not. But to me, if it's not going to enhance you, encourage you, empower you, you may want to just kind of rethink that. You know what I'm saying? And really think about altering your playlist, because the older I got, the more it was like I didn't have time to be going to the club, simply because if I am a child of God, if people need me, I should not have to pray for myself the first 5 minutes to get my mind together and then go and pray for you. I should be ready at any time. And one of the things, one of the great writers, Flannery O'Connor, said that she wakes up in the morning and she goes down, she sits at her desk in front of her typewriter. One of the greatest writers. And she said she just sits there. She doesn't know what she's going to write, what's going to be said, what book. She knows nothing. But she said, just in case something happens, I'm right in place to begin to type, begin to write. And when I read that, I was like, oh my God, are we like that as people? Do we wake up each morning saying, just in case God says something, I need to be in the right position. I need to be in the right place. I need to be in the right area so that I can hear what he's saying, do what needs to be happening, and be able to help someone. Because if we are the ones that's planting and watering, God bringing the increase, it's our responsibility just to do what God has said. So if you enjoyed this conversation, what I need you to do is get on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's already on our website. To click the link. And I just want you to hashtag GWrapUp, okay? Hashtag GWrapUp. We'll be on having conversation with you, but we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts about that message? What do you have to say? And what do you think what is happening in this generation? What do you think that piece is going to be doing for us? Okay? We'll see you next time.